I think surface language belongs to GM. I mean, if you're talking about who does the bravest surface language in the industry, it's going to be GM. It's just when you set a trend and it gets stolen.
Even for the Equinox over there, part of I think the perceived value or what makes it look more expensive than the actual is the surface language. The work done in the forms and all the shapes gives apparent content to the vehicle without actually adding moldings and cladding and everything. It's all in the sheet metal and makes the vehicle look more contented. And
now, doesn't the more complex shapes on the metal makes the vehicle overall more expensive to produce, right? For stamping.
No.
That's a big myth, really. It's cheap to produce something.
It's a whole lot cheaper than adding parts. It's all one part. And if you really, I'm a firm believer that our die engineers can do absolutely anything if you work with them, if you have great communications, and you're sharing information with them early in the process, and you give them plenty of time to develop the vehicle. When you look at the Camaro, we'll get to the Camaro later, those fender shapes, most people said there's no way you could stamp that. There's no way you can do it. But we gave them detailed information from the concept vehicle, like almost a year ahead of when you would naturally do it. They had time to work it out, to figure it out. If you wait until the last minute to begin your communication with die engineers, then they're going to want to go with the simplest route, which is basically, let's either do a ball or a box, nothing in between. But it's all about communication, and I think you can do just about anything if you really work together. So you have a clear vision early, and then you work with it. Camaro was a good example. We had a clear vision from the concept car. Design, engineering, marketing, planning, everyone was on board. Everyone wanted to make that car happen, and it did.
Can you talk about
was another example? I remember when that debuted, the tail lamp stamping in the back was actually a big leap forward for you guys.
Yeah, but it was very early. We had the die engineers in. We knew that was going to be a challenge. Showed them the lamps, and they were able to go back and start working at it, trying to figure it out. If we would wait until last minute to show them, then no way. Just go with one brick.
Can you talk about hand sculpting and?
Yeah, I can do that. Maybe over at the Granite. Certainly the Cadillac XTS. I want to talk about hand sculpting.
Oh, can we get up there? Is it around?
It's up there. They put it up there now.
The Cadillac?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go over there.
Sierra Denali.
When you talk to him,
Oh man,
yeah, he's like,
don't put too much. Yeah, you're right.
I got you.
Okay, this is the GMC Granite Concept. It's a brand that's very, very well respected by a lot of people. It has a very good reputation. Many of our younger customers really respect the brand, but we just haven't offered a vehicle that was the right size or right price point for them. This concept is a test of that. Let's take a look at the small cube vehicles or boxes. There's a lot of interest in them. They're cool. We consider this the premium box. There's a lot more finesse in the design. It's very strong. It's kind of a test. Can you do a GMC this small and have it work? I think you can if you do the right thing with the form vocabulary. It's got strong fenders, a very bold, strong, tough front end, strong body side shape. Industrial precision is what GMC is all about. So it is strong, but it is very precise, in particular when you get to the interior. So we're using this concept to test the system. We'll do market research, formal research. We'll see what the interest level is here at the show as well, and from there we'll see if it goes into production. I'm excited about the concept, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go around to the side and take a look at the interior. One of the challenges is the door system. We'd love to do a door system like this. Probably wouldn't in production because of side impact. Easiest way to meet all the side impact is to have a pillar. Second easiest would be to have the pillar mounted to the rear door, and when you open and close it. But it puts so much weight on the door that the hinges become a real challenge. Yeah, you never have door alignment with that. So if it goes into production, maybe we'll get an opening like this, maybe not. I thought that for the show, let's kind of push it a bit. Also wanted the world to see this great interior. So opening doors like this just allows you to really open it up so everyone can see the full interior. Yeah, it's really unique. It's a very unique system, that slides back and forth in a conventional way, but on the passenger side, it allows you to fold both this front and rear seat up out of the way, so you could put your bike in from the side, and you don't have to take the wheels off the bike. You just put the whole deal in there. Very flexible interior space.
Sorry, you were mentioning the production feasibility of the doors. How about of that seating system? Because we've seen that on a number of different concepts, and no one's brought it to market yet, but it looks great.
Yeah, this has been thoroughly engineered. I feel quite confident about it from an engineering perspective. The cost, we'd have to, it's a whole lot cheaper. If you want to get the price down, keep this a very affordable vehicle, you would use the same seat frames that are in our other GMCs. So then, okay, if you're going to go to the expense of doing this unique seat structure for this vehicle, then we have to look at maybe some other vehicles and may share those costs, or you're going to have to find some offsets somewhere in the development of the vehicle. Those are the kind of challenges go through, and I welcome those challenges. That's part of the whole deal. That's the difference between just styling a car and really getting into the nuts and bolts of designing it.
The production Mariva has been shown with with the coach door look.
Yes.
But Europe has different crash standards. I know that America does.
And there is a pillar that goes along with it. Yeah.
So can GM take what they've learned about that particular coach door design and apply it here?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's part of the beauty, behind the scenes beauty of the global organization. Both design teams report to me. There's a lot of sharing that can go on.
Okay.
Did you ever consider a sliding door?
We haven't really talked about sliding door in this. Sliding door might work, except for the fact sliding doors don't slide past the end of the car. Maybe. I don't know. Thank you. Give us some.
I think in the past, the sliding doors denote minivan, and that has a negative connotation. But in tight parking spaces, I mean, the clamshell doors are always like
there's a challenge there because you can get kind of locked in.
Sure.
It does have some benefits if you want to get to the back seat. Someone who's got a child in a car seat back there, there are real benefits in getting to it with the door swings this way. Half hour, we better keep moving. Okay.
Are we going to look at any Cadillac?
Yes.
I do really like that. I would buy that.
That's good.
And one of the reasons for children is that with that easy access, really makes it.
Yeah. How old was the design?
No, there is the interior. He's in his
No.
30s.
The exterior.
I think in his late 20s. Yeah.
So he was pretty young.
Yeah, the thing that's funny, that car vehicle was designed in our team in California.
Wow.
They're in North Hollywood.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they developed
believe
that
it.
concept.
I can see that.
Yeah. But I tell you, you ask about what age is it.
I'm curious, 'cause
it's just a number. CTS Coupe, one of our designers with the most years in the company, developed that design. He also did the CTS V sedan and the CTS wagon. Guy's got 38 years with GM.